Salutations. I had trouble actually deciding what the title of this was going to be, but although the one I chose is accurate, it's somewhat insufficient. So something I want to say is because I see an infiltration going on that's happening, especially through the mainstream, all right, through the media. I'm seeing things that are I've talked about it a lot, that are just saturating people with negative encounters and setting people up with this negative mind frame to where it leaves us open, and I think it leaves us unprotected. All right, and I'm seeing so many people right now that are pumping the secret space thing or the Me Lab thing or the government thing in that way. And I want to make it very clear, all right? That happens. There are a lot of people that have had that type of an experience. So I'm in no way discrediting that, and I cannot speak on that personal experience of theirs. But I think as a mass, we have to pay attention to something, because we've talked a lot about the quantum hologram of consciousness. Go back on the channel, look up quantum hologram of consciousness. I've talked about it a few times. But when we're dealing with actually a wormhole, and you have civilizations that are going through that wormhole for galactic transport or whatever, and that copy that exists on the surface of the wormhole is actually the quantum hologram itself. And then within that, you've got also the MACO, magnetic eternally collapsing objects. But I believe the MACO is also what actually is interpreting that information. So in terms of civilizations that are type 3, type 4, type 5, they're probably no longer in existence. I've talked about this before. They may already have been out of existence, but yet they still exist within the quantum hologram. So that takes us to all that, to the fact that quantum holograms can now be attached to our individual atom itself. So if that's the case, that means you've got a lot of different species that are higher vibration that are actually communicating with us through the divine field and interpreted by our brains and through our brains. And when your brain has already been infiltrated and saturated with abduction, we've got so many negative entities running around here jumping on people that are pretending to be aliens. Okay, you've got, what is it, there's so many different ones that I can, you've got incubus and succubus. Those would be ones jumping on people when they're asleep. Sorry, I lost my wording for a minute there. So that's issues, and you've got other ones. You've got souls, human souls that don't cross over, that start turning into something else, trying to stop other souls from crossing over when they die. This place is really a trip, all right? So this is just something to be aware of, is that we've got this infiltration going on, these tricksters, and we've got these tricksters that some of them are inorganic beings, some of them might be government, but then you've got also some type of, everybody wants to talk about AI right now. AI, yeah, AI is in the media, definitely, and that's what's triggering people, I think. People that are having experiences that are open, highly psychic, highly clairvoyant, they're having these beings that are contacting them through the divine field, but being interpreted through our brain as something different, as these demons or whatever. And then you've got the others that are masquerading as abductees and doing these things, projecting things into our mind that's making us think these negative. And a major one right now is thinking that they were making people think that are contactees, that they're a part of MeLab or part of any one of those programs, all right? I'm not taking away from that, but for a lot of people that may have had positive experiences like me, how you're interpreting that through your brain, due to being actually inundated with all the negative encounters, is a problem. The Free Foundation and Ray Hernandez and them found that out of the thousands of people that took that, the percentage of people that had positive encounters versus negative was significantly skewed. Most people have positive encounters, but that's not being talked about by the media. What I talk about is not publicized a lot. A lot won't have heard of me because I'm not talking about reptilians and greys and AI mind control. But this time we will a bit. That's the AI right there. All right, that's what's happening. So I just want to kind of touch on that a little bit and realize that some of the people that may be having these things that, oh, I've got implants and this and that, and you might, because there's some sort of a technology they're using, scalar technology, that is influencing people to be even more saturated with their media and this negative thing, that they start actually seeing more, and it can produce, I think it produces different type of stigmata, I think is what it can do. Different some of these, and that's just something going on right now. Directed energy weapons, very real concept. Anyway, that's about all I'm going to wrap up on this. I just wanted to say, just be aware, if you're somebody having positive encounters, don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to explore your own consciousness, all right? And don't think always everything has to be abduction. Just because these are beings that maybe don't fit in the conforming of religion doesn't mean they're demonic. Find that out for yourself first. Keep yourself protected. But definitely be aware that this whole field has been infiltrated. So in that way, I want to say just not aliens, but this could be governmental, this could be inorganic beings, but whatever it is, this place, this whole field has been infiltrated to stop the positive part of contact coming out from experiencers, contactees, getting together with the scientific community. I've been talking about it for 5 years. That has absolutely always been my motto, even though somebody tried to steal it. But anyway, thank you. Please subscribe. I'm trying to beat the algorithm of shadow banning. So a lot of people are still not getting notified when I put up a new video. Please hit the bell again. Please subscribe. Check me out on Patreon too. Thank you, everyone on Patreon. Peace.